Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Courtney, that is me. And today we are going to continue in our spring cleaning / DIY series. And I hope by the time I posted this, I've thought of a clever title. And if that was my dog, not my vowels. And I hope that I've thought of a better title. And if I haven't, I would love for you guys to help me out here. Like what spring DIY spot, like, I don't know, like nothing's coming to mind. So hopefully I've already figured it out in the past, but the present, but the future. So today we're gonna be back in the entryway and you might be like, you just did this. But you guys also know the space is never fully done because you can always add layers, and that's what makes it more of a home, is you can get your groundwork done, but adding in little things here and there, and also finishing projects you didn't quite finish the first time. I'm very excited to say that today's video is partly sponsored by 2Pages. You guys know I love 2Pages. I have them in several areas in my home. We did them in the dining room as well as upstairs in the landing, and they are just the most beautiful curtains, you guys. You can customize them to any shape, size, color, pattern. And today we're gonna go with the pattern. I've done solid before, and today we're doing a pattern. I'm so excited. So I will tell you a little bit more about them in a minute, but first, the project we haven't finished is this. And you might be like, there's no way I have not finished this. I think my brain shut off when I finished this project because, and I didn't finish it, but because I just got to a point where I'm like, it's enough and let's move on. But what I didn't do was a quick sanding and then a second coat of the polyurethane to completely seal it and protect it. So I need to do that today, as well as I never did a second coat on the spindles going up the stairs of the paint. So I need to do that. And then this one I don't know if we'll get to, but I didn't finish this. So I still have to cover up those two holes you guys can see, and I need to make them flush and paint them, and then that'll be done, but they're covered and I didn't see them, and so I just kind of let that one slide. And then this is where 2Pages come in. We also have to cover this entryway window, and one reason is just for privacy alone, because when the lights are on at night, you can see straight in through our door. Even during the day, people can see right in, and I mean, that's fine. It's a pretty picture to look at. But also when I'm taking videos and stuff, we have that beautiful CPI sticker that my husband needed to warn the neighborhood that we have security. And so I would love to just have that be finished and done. And so 2Pages is gonna help me out with that. And then we're also gonna head upstairs, and I have curtains, but I don't know if I'm gonna be putting them in the girls' room that I initially planned. I'm not quite sure if I love them there or if we're gonna put them in the boys' room. So let's go ahead and stop talking and get started. And we're gonna do this little post right here. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm an expert mudder. I know that that is not great, but I also know that it's gonna be covered by a mirror, and maybe eventually we'll be opening up the wall and putting my own spindles in, so we're just gonna live with it. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then we will sand it and paint it. But while that is doing its thing, because it's probably gonna take the whole day because I put a lot on, I'm going to go ahead and put the sealing coat on this. It feels so good to have those things checked off my list, you guys. Oh my goodness. The simplest thing, I think that took me like, what, 30 minutes, and now it's done. So now we get to move on to the pretty part of this room, at least, and that is hanging the curtains from 2Pages. And as I said, you guys know, I've put them in my dining room, I've put them in my upstairs landing, and they just make the most dramatic difference. Even curtains in general, they can change a space. They really ground it. They act like a framework to the canvas of the window. And so I am all about curtains. And as much as you can buy, you know, just a cheap pair and you can hang them up and they look fine, There's something to be said about the elegant detail of 2 pages. What I love about 2 pages is that you can completely customize these curtains from literally the top to the bottom. So you can get them the height that you want, you can get them the width that you want. They have plenty of different colors to choose from. You can also choose to add different privacy behind the curtains themselves, so they can just be the curtains and a little bit more sheer, letting more sunlight through, or you can go all the way up to blackout, which is what I typically prefer. 2 pages makes it super easy to order. They also come in so quickly. You can customize these curtains specifically for every little detail, and you'll have them in your home within a week, you guys. It is actually amazing. I love 2 pages so much, which is why I'm so happy to be working with them again. And so for today's curtains, I decided to add in some pattern, you guys. I am so excited. The other ones I've done before are just simple neutrals, which are great for curtains, but sometimes you want to have a little bit more fun. And so I chose some cafe curtains that we're going to put down here as well as upstairs. And I love this so much. So I'll have the name and style linked down below, but this is just the most beautiful color, and I think it's going to look so good in this entryway. So I'm going to go ahead and hang this up on the front window and let's see how they look. So I already have a cafe curtain up here. I did just a simple velvet curtain for Christmas, just homemade, but obviously we're gonna add these in today, and I will have all of this linked down below as well. So I will show you more when we get upstairs, but this is a rod that I buy off Amazon, and then you can just custom cut your rod to any length that you want. It works really well in this home, especially because I have all different sized windows. Some of them are off by just 1/2 inch and 1 inch. I'm sure that can be the same for regular windows as well. And then it has this little piece that you slide on and put on there. But let's go ahead. Oh, I need to get my brackets. I have them this time. I ordered them ahead of time.
Here is a close-up look at the pleats, and then they come with these little hooks that you slide into the back of the pleats, and this is where you will add your curtain rings. I had these and I just took the clips off and they worked perfectly.
Okay, so now that I have them all hooked up, I'm just going to attach it to the rod if I can get all of these little hooks up. So normally I use bigger hooks if I'm hanging these up on my curtains. There's ones that are specifically for this pleated style curtain, and I just had those lying around, and so I just said, you know what, we're gonna use these and take off the little things. Plus I want them to be smaller because they're cafe curtains, and these are the ones that I used on my cafe curtains in the kitchen as well. So it's gonna hang like that. So excited. You guys are probably like, you're excited about everything, Courtney. It's true. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's put one up. Let's not put one up. They are hanging so good. It's exactly like I want. It's a little bit scrunched at the top just because of the beautiful pleating. And so they have these on the back for that specific reason. You can move them up and down as you need to. So you just click it down or up, and that'll make it higher or lower for what you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and move them a little bit. I love them so much, you guys. It makes this space just feel even more complete. And I don't know, I love the pattern. I'm glad I went with the pattern. And I really feel like this actually does kind of complement the space. And I don't know, I love it so much. So it is so beautiful. You guys can see the pleating detail. So gorgeous, hangs perfectly. Again, you can get this cut to whatever length you need or want. And I love them. I love them. I love that we have privacy. So this one I did get with a lighter lining. So this is not blackout. So you guys can see that it still lets some light in during the day, and we can even keep it open if we want. Obviously, that's how curtains work. And then I can close them the night. So I love them. If you guys love these curtains as much as I do, you guys have to check them out. I love them. They're so beautiful and so well made, and they ship so quickly, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. The link will be down below for you, as well as you can use this coupon code to save yourself some money on your next purchase. So now we're gonna go upstairs, and I need you guys to help me out with something, but anyways, just come upstairs with me. We are back in the girls' bedroom, and it has been a minute since we've been in here. If you guys missed it, we completely made over this room probably this time last year, maybe a month from now. March? Did we do this time last year? Anyways, we added all of the beautiful wall molding, painted this pretty pink color. This is Sachet Sand by Sherwin because I know we'll get asked. It is the perfect dusty pink, rose pink. It's so pretty. And then the Sandberg wallpaper. Love. This is like the little girl bedroom of my dreams. And so one thing I'm really trying to do more of this year is not only pay more attention to details, but also pattern mixing. And someone who does this really well is Kindred. I'm gonna forget her name now. Kindred Homestead? No, that's not it at all. I'll have her name here. I follow her on Instagram and she just does it so beautifully and it makes her home so cozy. And so I wanted to do that in here. And so that's why I ordered the exact same curtains for downstairs. I also ordered them in here. And it's kind of hard to see colors online. So I highly recommend, they sell swatch booklets you guys can get from 2 pages. I highly recommend if you're thinking about changing a bunch of curtains out in your house to do that so then you can see the exact color in the space. So I also got curtains for in here, but I'm not sure if they're too dark for the space. And I also wonder if the pattern is a little bit too thick, and I think I might actually want a gingham in here instead. So we're gonna hold them up and see what we think, because if they don't work in here, then they look really good in Emmett's room. The only issue is I would have to take the curtains I just put downstairs and put them in his room, because this room has 2 windows, so I ordered 2 sets for this room. His room has 3. And so we would need that 3rd set that I love. It looks so good on the door, but here we go. Let's go ahead and hang this up. And obviously I'm gonna have to make the decision. I really wish you guys could help me with this, but this is what it would look like. So I got them to go just above here. And then obviously with the curtains. These are not 2 pages curtains. They're not as nice. So I don't know. It's not horrible actually. With the sunlight, it looks pretty good. Can you guys? I mean, we don't want not horrible. We want beautiful. I don't know. I can't show you the boys' room because if I show you the boys' room, you're gonna be like, they look so much better in the boys' room. But I got them for their room. The real reason I want them in this room is because these girls just get changed at the drop of a hat, and we always tell them, we're like, shut your curtains, but it is an ordeal to shut the big ones, and so I would like the smaller ones, so then that way they can just slide these closed easily. Okay, I like it now, like when it's soft. I think that's the thing, is I like it when it's open and it's a little bit softer, so I think I do need a lighter color in here. I'll show you the boys' room and then you guys will get it. Come with me. The boys' room needs a little bit of tidying up because I wasn't planning on fully filming in here today, so just excuse. I mean, it's not messy, it's not bad, it's lived in. But these are the curtains in here, okay? Like, it just makes so much sense. Like, look. I'm annoyed at myself, you guys. I'm annoyed at myself because I went back and forth on the pattern. I think it's just the pattern. It's so well suited for this bedroom, but like I said, the girls' room, I think I just want something maybe a little bit more dainty for their space. So what that means is we have an issue because the other ones downstairs, I custom ordered a little bit longer. The window downstairs, because it's just the full pane, is longer than this. I don't think by much. So 2 options are I either have to sew the bottom, which I don't really want to do because they are such beautifully made curtains, like perfection. Perfection. And so what I could do is just hang this middle one just a touch higher. I think I'll hold them up and I'll see what the difference is. Again, I think it's maybe like 1 inch. And visually you probably won't notice it as much because the windows aren't on the same wall. And then I will just put these 2 at the opposite ends the same length, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. So we're gonna put them in this room, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like I was like so excited to be in the girls' room today and just be in the pretty room and all the spring colors and the beautiful sunshine. We are going to get these curtains hung. However, I bought a little dollar store sticky for the window for Christmas and the goo did not come off with the sticker. So I have a heat gun and I'm going to see if we can scrape it off, clean up the window a bit, and then we'll hang these up. And then again, because this is sort of like my DIY spring cleaning thing, the boys' shelves I never sealed. It's just that thing where you get instant gratification from the project, and the sealing takes that extra step of let me seal this and then let me stain it or sand it and then let me seal it and let me sand it and let me seal it and it's just not fun. And I also don't have sawhorses. A lot of you said I need those. I know I do. I still don't have them. And so it's just hard to place things like that somewhere where it's going to be able to dry. Anyways, so a couple of projects we're gonna do in here. Let's go ahead and get started now that we figured out, which I knew already even before I filmed this. I was like, oh, it's gonna be the boys' room. It is, which again, it's fine. It's pretty. I love it. I love it so much. And I do eventually too. Oh, just stop talking and get to it. Okay. I don't know if you can notice, but it kind of just looks like I'm spreading it around. Ah! This window pane is also loose. You either get the window or me. Okay, so the heat gun just was spreading around the glue, which is so fun, you guys. I love that. So I'm gonna try a lemon essential oil on a rag, and if that doesn't work, I did ask my husband if he'll stop for Goo Gone, so we'll see if he gets that message. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. I went and got the that I used on my oven, and it's working so much better. So I put lemon oil all over and then scraping. Hallelujah. Okay, now although that wasn't difficult, it took some time, and so I feel like as a reward, we should go ahead and put one curtain up just to see, and then we'll continue with the rest of the stuff and then put the last curtains up. But I just want to see what it looks like because I have to put them in here. Again, I love them, but I want them in the girls' room. You guys, having curtains and then cafe curtains. Ugh, love the layers. Okay, now these shelves, like I said, I made these when I did the boys' bedroom. The corbels you can get at Lowe's, and then the wood I just cut to size. We stained them with my favorite Kona gel stain, and I never sealed them. And this room, for some reason, gets so dusty. It could be because I never dust, but it also could just be because it's a dusty room. So we're gonna take everything off, and then we're gonna seal them up tight, and then we need to dust this entire room, vacuum. If possible, I would also like to shift the rug a little bit. Things in my head. We'll get to those. So let's go ahead and do the shelves. I'm just gonna seal them. Okay. I think it's gonna take too long to go back and forth, so let's just clear these shelves the YouTube way.
You put it back.
What? God works in unexpected ways. If my oven had not been absolutely disgusting and I was forced to find a different means to clean it, I would never have known that this thing would work. And I never would have known to use it on my window. And now the gum is gone. So this window behind me is actually thinner than the other two. Don't know what that's about. So I need to use my pipe cutter. So you can just buy this little piece here and you put it to where you need to cut it and tighten it. And then you just circle this thing all the way around until it cuts your pipe. So good to get all of these projects ticked off. Oh, downstairs ticked off. I mean, they were ticking me off, but checked off. So I'm happy that the banister is done. The spindles are painted. The wall is all painted. I went ahead and covered that up. I did that late last night. It's all pretty and done. I mean, it's not the best work. I already told you guys drywall mudding is not my forte. And honestly, I was like, I'm probably gonna tear this out. So I just painted over it, even though it probably could have used maybe a little bit more perfectionism on the mudding, but it's okay. So downstairs feels so good. We do now need to get some different curtains for the front window though. And then in here, I love that the shelves are done. Ignore the styling. Like, I was like, woohoo, let's do some transitions. But ultimately I'm like, it's kids' toys and books. Like there's not really a super cute way to make it done because they're past the point of styling. Do you know what I mean? Like Emmett is 10 and he just wants his stuff. And even I took all the books up and put all his stuff up there and he said, I love it so much more, Mom. So it is what it is. And then Harvey's, I was like, this is just random stuff I have left over. So whatever. But don't forget, you guys can But don't forget, you guys can click the link down below to get some 2 pages curtains for yourselves. Again, they are so beautiful. And the measurements are all my issue because I measure them for different spaces. They do a wonderful job, pick exactly what you want, great customer service, and they ship super quick and such beautiful patterns and styles. I love that I chose a pattern in here. It really does feel even that much more cozy. Now it makes me want to like add some more pattern to the bed, so maybe that's something we'll do in the future. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you next Sunday at 2 p.m. Bye guys.